It was off with the dawning and down to the stage, and haul on your oil clothes each morn. Put your 9-foot oars across her and leave the land behind. Head her out through the fog on the sand. Now the cross-handed set was a paradise way. It was slow, but a man was on his own, and you owed no man a penny but your baccy with cod oil, and your pride was in the strength of your arm. And 'twas all day in the cross-handed way, and hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eyes to the westward for the squall. As the years they passed by, there were 3 daughters born, with no sign of a boy coming on. But your woman didn't worry, she was young and fair and strong, and she smiled from her garden on the hill. And 'twas all day in the cross-handed way, and hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eyes to the westward for the squall. With 2 boys born and coming into their own, all your comrades went chasing a dream, and you died never knowing of the wealth that you passed on. For it's only now it started to be seen. And 'twas all day in the cross-handed way, and hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Curse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eyes to the westward for the squall. And 'twas all day in the cross-handed way, and hope that the dogfish wouldn't run. Nurse the old black pond just to keep your spirits high. Keep your eyes to the westward for the squall. Keep your eyes to the westward for the squall. Jolly time, I'll have you all to know. There's me and John and Uncle Tom invited for to go. I have the list here in my phone, so I'll first read out the cruise. There's gonna be a jolly time at the wedding in Renews. There's Julia Farm from Joe, by the time she's coming in a hack. And Betsy Doyle from Old Cape Royal, she'll wear a Sunday sack. And Prudence White, she's out of sight, she'll wear her dancing shoes. And she'll dance all night to the broad daylight at the wedding in Renews. The men who mold the tables grown with everything in style. With half sweet cake and turnip tops, fat pork and castor oil. The best of ham and tender lamb with sago on the brews. Squirrel, spirit ale and bollock's dead at the wedding in Renews. There's Julia Farr from Joe, by the time she's coming in a hack. And Betsy Doyle from Old Cape Royal, she'll wear a Sunday sack. And Prudence White, she's out of sight, she'll wear her dancing shoes. And she'll dance all night to the broad daylight at the wedding in Renews. Out in their best, sure no expense to spare. They'll wear their father's watch chains and ribbons in their hair. The men just grand and beat the band with whiskers to their shoes. And they'll dance all night to the broad daylight at the wedding in Renews. There's Julia Farr from Joe, by the time she's coming in a hack. And Betsy Doyle from Old Cape Royal, she'll wear a Sunday sack. And Prudence White, she's out of sight, she'll wear her dancing shoes. And she'll dance all night to the broad daylight at the wedding in Renews. There's Julia Farr from Joe, by the time she's coming in a hack. Betsy Doyle from Old Cape Royal, she'll wear a Sunday sack. And Prudence White, she's out of sight, she'll wear her dancing shoes. She'll dance all night to the broad daylight at the wedding in Renews.
In cutting and hauling and frosting and snow, we're up against troubles that few people know. It's only by courage and patience and grit and eating plain food that we keep ourselves fit. The hard and the easy we take as they come, and when ponds freeze over we shorten our runs. To hurry my hauling with spring coming on, I near lost me a mare out on Tickle Cove Pond. Lay ho, William Oldford, lay ho, William White. Lay hold of the cordage and pull all your might. Lay hold of the bowline and pull all you can, and give me a lift with poor Kid on the pond. I knew that the ice grew weaker each day, but I still took the risk and kept hauling away. One evening in April, bound home with a load, my mare showed some halting against the ice road. She knew more than I did, as matters turned out. It'd been lucky for me had I joined her in doubt. She turned round her head with tears in her eyes, as if she were saying, "You're risking our lives." All this I ignored with a whip handle blow, for man is a stupid, dumb creature, you know. And the very next moment the pond gave a sigh, and up to our necks went poor Kitty and I. Lay ho, William Oldford, lay ho, William White, lay hold of the cordage and pull all your might. Lay hold of the bowline and pull all you can, and give me a lift with poor Kit on the pond. If I had taken wise Kitty's advice, I never would have made that shortcut on the ice. Oh, poor creature, she's dead. Poor creature, she's gone. I'll ne'er get my mare out of Tickle Cove Pond. But I raised an alarm you could hear for a mile, and neighbors showed up in a very short while. You can always rely on the Oldfords and Whites to render assistance in all your bad plights. To help a kind neighbor is part of their lives. Same can be said for their children and wives. And with the rope fastened around the mare's breast, William White for a shanty song made a request. There was no time for thinking, no time for delay. Straight from his heart came this song right away. Lay ho, William Oldford, lay ho, William White, lay hold of the cordage and pull all your might. Lay hold of the bowline and pull all you can, and give me a lift with poor Kit on the pond. Lay ho, William Oldford, lay ho, William White, lay hold of the cordage and pull all your might. Lay hold of the bowline and pull all you can. And with that we took it out of Tickle Cove Pond. When I was a young man, just barely 14, craving adventure and lore, I boarded a clipper, me dad was the skipper, and sailed it along the French shore. Yeah, we sailed all along the French shore. What beautiful vessels were sailing back then, all bound for the North Labrador. And so for that reason they came here that season, to sail all along the French shore. Yeah, to sail all along the French shore. On each ship a maiden was hired to cook, a beautiful girl to adore. So young and cavorting, all ready for courting, while sailing along the French shore. Yeah, while sailing along the French shore. Being too young for courting, I soon did decide to spy on the lovers on shore. I spied on a couple so loving and supple, while sailing along the French shore. Yeah, while sailing along the French shore. Their actions peculiar appeared to me then, but now they're not funny no more. They were hugging and kissing, oh what I've been missing, while sailing along the French shore, yeah. While sailing along, while sailing along the French shore. That couple has children now married, I know. You see, they're not young anymore. Still yet they don't know how I witnessed the show that they played all along the French shore, yeah. They played all along the French shore. That ends the story of my bonny days. Well, that I could live them once more. And this much I know, I'd produce my own show, and I'd stage it along the French shore, yeah. While sailing along, while sailing along, while sailing along the French shore.
Heave away, haul away yourself for a minute. Don't be afraid of the world if you ain't out there in it. Sometimes the sides they'll side with you, and sometimes you'll sink right in it. Sometimes we lie, oh, people die, it all comes within it. It all comes within it.